Have you ever really stopped to think about how you experience the world? You know, we're all taught from a young age that it boils down to one simple, fundamental number.
Yep, you guessed it, the classic five senses: sight, sound, touch, taste, and smell. I mean, it's the bedrock of how we understand reality, right? It's what we learn in school, it's what we just know.
But what if that neat, tidy little number is actually one of the biggest misconceptions we all just kind of accept? What if the very foundation of our sensory world is, well, just plain incomplete? Because, get this, science has identified it more than 20 distinct senses in the human body. No, that's not a typo. Over 20. And the crazy part is, most of them are working for you right now, shaping every single moment of your life without you ever giving them a second thought. Okay, so let's really dive into this. We're going to start by pulling back the curtain on why that number 5 is just the very, very tip of a much larger iceberg.
So, you can think of your senses as the gatekeepers to your own personal reality. They take in all this information and literally build the world you experience. But that filter, that gateway, it is so much more complex, with way more channels than we've ever been led to believe.
And listen, these aren't just some abstract scientific ideas. We are talking about incredible abilities you use every single day, your own hidden superpowers, really. Okay, first up is proprioception. This is the amazing sense that lets you do that trick where you close your eyes and can still touch your finger to your nose. It's basically your brain's internal GPS for your body. Without it, even just walking across a room would be this incredibly difficult task.
Then you've got equilibrioception. This is your body's built-in gyroscope, and it's all managed by your inner ear. This is the silent hero that lets you walk in a straight line, stand on one foot, or ride a bike without just immediately falling over. It's your own personal compass for balance.
And of course, there's thermoception. Now, we usually just lump this in with touch, but it's a completely separate system. It's this whole network of sensors in your skin that instantly tells you, hey, that coffee is way too hot, or whoa, it's cold in here, maybe grab a sweater.
And finally, for this little tour, we have nociception. This is your body's critical alarm system. It's the perception of pain. Now, nobody likes it, but it is absolutely vital. It's what screams, danger, when you touch a hot stove, forcing you to pull back and protect yourself from getting hurt even worse.
So, we have all these hidden senses just humming along inside of us. But what happens when we start looking outside our own species? I mean, if our reality is being shaped by 20-plus senses, what kind of completely different worlds are other creatures experiencing out there? This is where it gets really, truly mind-bending. Let's just explore for a second the extraordinary senses that create entirely different realities for the animals all around us. This is where our human perspective really shows its limits. For example, sharks can literally sense the faint electric fields given off by their prey's muscles in the water. Migrating birds can actually see the Earth's magnetic field to navigate thousands of miles. To a bee, a flower that looks plain yellow to us might have these intricate ultraviolet patterns on it, kind of like a secret landing strip that we're totally blind to. Their world is simply not our world. So, what does this all mean? If we've got hidden senses, and animals have senses we can barely even wrap our heads around, it forces us to ask a really profound question about the nature of reality itself.
Just let that sink in for a second. Everything we see, hear, and feel, everything we so confidently call the real world, what if it's just one tiny sliver of a much, much bigger picture that we are completely unaware of?
You know, maybe there isn't one single objective reality. Maybe what we think of as the world is just the human version of the world. And layered right on top of ours is the bee's world and the shark's world and the bird's world. Billions of unique, totally valid realities, each one shaped by a completely different set of senses. And that leaves us with this one last, really fascinating thought. If there are senses hiding inside of us and countless others out there in nature, what comes next? If we could somehow tap into them, or maybe even invent technology to simulate them, what entirely new worlds, completely invisible to us now, would we finally be able to see? If this journey into reality blew your mind a little, definitely subscribe for more explorations like this one. Go ahead and share it with your friends, and let me know your thoughts in the comments.